I'm Sam from LKS Quaero, and so I wanted to talk to you today about good leadership and productivity. And sometimes people think about these two things as completely separate. The leadership part, that's the softer stuff about people and social things and inspiring other people and the vision and all that. Whereas productivity, that's about the hard things, the nuts and bolts and spreadsheets and money and what customers want and delivering things on time and projects and all that sort of stuff. But these two things are really inextricably connected. There's a big connection between both leadership and productivity. So our definition of leadership is about creating conditions for other people to achieve their potential. So it's about inspiring people so that they can give of their best. Now you do that through systems, through the way things are organised, and you also do it through your behaviour, how a leader behaves, what they say, what they don't say, what they do and what they don't do. Now, on the other hand, people talk about productivity, and we tend to talk about productivity in terms of really hard nuts and bolts stuff. We tend to talk about money and statistics, how someone's going, whether we're able to reduce these costs so that we can produce more output at any point in time. Now, if you're talking about leadership, let's look at a poor leadership scenario. So this is where a leader hasn't set very good expectations. People are not being monitored or given feedback in terms of their performance, and so what you tend to find is that people drift off towards the purpose of an organisation, the purpose of what they're really there to be doing. You find people that are disgruntled, that they're not giving an extra effort to their work. In fact, they tend to think of the organisation as taking things away from them, and they don't want to give their best at work. Whereas on the other hand, an organisation or a team that's led really well, there are clear expectations set. Where things aren't going so well, that's addressed really quickly. You have an organisation where systems are really well designed and help people do their work rather than take away from people's discretionary effort. And so if you think about it, leadership and creating those conditions is really at this fulcrum point. It's at this cause of why these things are happening. And all these other things that we think about, the money and the statistics, well, that tends to be related to this single cause, which can be poor leadership. And so we would say if you want to make an improvement in productivity, look at that high leverage action, which we would say is leadership, because it's leadership that creates the culture which then delivers the results.